It's crazy. God can give you what you want in life. Emoji J, we ready. Just got to be prepared for what he gonna give you. I'm home now. Just got back from church. Okay, let's get it. Let's make it happen. For all the people across America in the great states that surrounding it. I mean, the great countries that surrounding it. This is Kicking It with Jesus with your host, West Side Story. We do this show every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. So if you got like a story that you think is inspiring, something you want the people to hear, something you want to get off your chest, just say it with your chest. And it's something that you overcoming or overcame. This is a show for that. This is an inspirational show. I want you to be able to leave this show feeling a little more inspired for your week that you got coming up. You know. All right, y'all. Tdawg is in the building. He ready to go. Are y'all ready for Tdawg? Let me get a couple praying hands. I know y'all ain't got that. Y'all frequently use emojis. So y'all got to type in pray. Oh, let me find out, Ohana. Let me find out you a woman of the Lord. Because she was quick with it. All the rest of y'all still taking y'all time. All right, all right. Let's get it. All right, let's get it. Tdawg.
Yo,
Tdawg.
no boys.
How you
How's it
feeling, my
going, buddy?
brother? Thank you for
I'm
coming.
I'm good. I'm good, bro.
Man, thank you, my brother. Yeah, man. I guess I don't know if you had a specific topic you want to go on. Did you want to start from the beginning of life or go from there? Like what I didn't know how you wanted to exactly go with your topic today.
Right. So I'll just start with you know, I grew up in a very household where you know, drugs, everything, you know it, my mom
So
was
so when you were so what would you say your earliest experience it is that you dealt with when you actually like seeing something like hold on that ain't right somebody doing that.
honestly probably I would say about 10 years old. She was a pretty good mom at my younger age, but she really fell off, towards the middle, I guess.
You said mom, right?
Yes, my mom. I mean, I lived with my mom for almost half my life, So I mean, my dad was a truck driver over the road all the time, so I had no choice.
No, definitely. I can really relate. I mean, most people don't know this. Well, some people don't know how much I'll be in my stream, but I was adopted myself. My mom is still on crack. I'm actually going to see
Yeah,
her in April in Chicago or whatever. That's why I was born at everybody. So I definitely relate a lot to what you're saying.
right.
So okay, so you see, so at 10, that's what your mind was it. Do you think it was something like was it a relationship breakup? Was it a relationship that she got into that maybe started the drugs more? What do you
It was a little bit of everything, between that and just hanging out with the wrong crowd, going out to bars and doing a lot of stuff like that too, abusive relationships, you name it, she did it. So I mean, that had a lot to do with everything.
at 10, what did you see specifically to let you know, okay, this is hold on, something wrong. Like what happened?
I mean, well, one day we found she wasn't home and we found drugs and stuff in the room. So I mean, we knew out there that she wasn't right. So
Okay, so grow I mean, so okay, you 10 years old right now. So we getting towards about middle school time. What do you so was it did it affect how you went to school? Did it affect like middle school, high school?
not really. It didn't really affect me really but it affected our relationship. Between our relationship between me and her really affected, but not really when it comes to school.
Okay, so you wasn't out, you wasn't acting outward with it. You know how some people
No,
do
no,
when
no,
they're
no,
going
no.
through some
I
stuff.
was a little bit kid.
Okay, what would you say was the first hey, how you doing? How what would you say was your first experience with your mom that was unhealthy where you was like, hold on, me and mama butting heads now is getting to be.
Honestly, I can't even remember. I mean, I'm sure it happened pretty young. I'm sure it's probably 10,
What's the
12.
earliest one that you actually remember? I know it may be a little later.
Uh, it would be probably like whenever she had a stroke. Probably that was probably you know um
Man, his story sounds so similar to mine, y'all. Other than my mom didn't
what's
have the
up, bro?
stroke, my dad had a stroke. How old was you when the stroke happened?
The first stroke was probably about 4 years ago. I said the first stroke. She had
Oh my
multiple
God.
strokes.
So this
And
is
the
recent.
worst part
Okay,
about
so
that is at that time she was in Florida. I'm in Missouri. So I felt I couldn't do anything. I was helpless. You know, and it happened. She was in a coma for probably 3 weeks. At that one probably it was multiple weeks. So I
okay.
mean I
I'm
couldn't
definitely so sorry.
do what.
But did you have a was it a certain so when did you actually decide? Did you just move straight out the house after high school, or when did you decide? All right, I don't need to stay here because you said you was in
So
Missouri
I
and she was
kept
in
looking
Florida.
it up. My dad finally stopped driving. Stopped driving the trucks over the road and got custody of me whenever I was middle school. So I mean, I guess 15 years old.
Look at God. Yeah, so everything started changing a little bit for you with dad.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about two completely different people. You
How was dad different? Was he more I guess
he was around a lot more. He was around a lot more, and I mean, he my mom couldn't ever really hold a job, and he's been at the same job for 20 years. So I mean, and he was in our life a lot more than what she was. More of a personal connection than what she would have known what she was.
do you think at all that reflect do you think that situation with dad and mom, do you think that affected your relationships at all, like girlfriends or just friends, period, in general, the way that you
No,
dealt with people?
no,
Okay, so
it
what you still had a healthy way of dealing with people.
yeah,
Okay,
it
that's
didn't.
always
That
okay. So you living with dad, and then you end up moving out, and you in Missouri at this point, right?
right, yeah.
And my mom is in Florida.
What'd you ask?
You said mom is in Florida at this point when the stroke happened, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom and
How did
dad
you
got
first get
divorced when I was young. I was pretty young when he left home. I was a pretty young. I was probably maybe I was a newborn. So
Hmm. So what was you at? How was it when you like what? It's paint the scene for me when you actually heard that she, had this stroke. Like
what'd you
what was
ask?
you at? What was you doing? What was you doing when you heard that she had this stroke? Like what was going on when you found out?
It was rough, but you gotta get through it. You know what I mean?
Were you at home? Were you at work when you found out? Like somebody call you and tell you? How did you
Oh,
find out?
about the stroke. I was on the first stroke. I was at home. I mean, my aunt called me. She was in Florida. She happened to be in Florida, so that's how she found out. Somebody called her, but yeah, yeah, I found out over the phone, but I was at home, and it was. I mean, I was just, I didn't know what to do. You know what I mean? I felt hopeless. I couldn't be there with her. So
Oh man, yeah, definitely. So
that woman. I mean, after that stroke, she wasn't able to take care of herself again. She had to have a home health care person, come in and do everything for her. Her mind just wasn't right. You know what I mean?
was you able to actually?
Between the stroke and everything else that she did, it really affected her when it comes to getting older.
Well, how did it? I mean, how did it affect you knowing she had a stroke? Did you feel any regret? Did you have any like bring me through your thoughts when you actually realize your mom had this traumatic incident and you could.
It does. It did affect me. It affected me. After that, I mean, I was kind of hoping that we would have a decent, at least a better relationship. But unfortunately, that never was the case.
Okay, so after the stroke, did you ever get to go down there and actually see her, or how did that work out?
Do what?
Did you actually get to go down there and actually see her in Florida
You
after the
talking about
stroke?
now?
Well, no, not now. Right after the first stroke, was you able to actually get down there
No,
anytime?
no. No, I didn't. I didn't ever see my mom a whole lot. After growing up, just the life that she was living. I just didn't want to be a part of it.
Mhm. Definitely. I know that had to be a some form like did you wish that you would have maybe went and seen him more before the
Yeah,
stroke or
yeah.
Okay, definitely. Okay, so after the first stroke happens, you're not able to go see her because you got things going on. How long after the first stroke before you actually did go see her? You never went and seen her after the first stroke. Before,
Um,
before the second
I
stroke
did.
happened.
I didn't see it for quite a while. I didn't see it until she moved back here to Missouri. So I mean, it was probably a good year and a half, 2 years before I seen her. You know.
Was that still before the second stroke occurred?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
second, the second stroke occurred. I mean, and it wasn't as bad, but it was still a stroke.
well, we oh yeah, definitely. I want to build to that point. So she came to Missouri where you was actually at. What made her move to Missouri where you was at when she was sick?
Oh, we got family here. You know, and she knew that
Mm.
she couldn't take care of herself. She was with a man there, and she left the man. She came here to Missouri. You know, she was with a pretty good guy that was trying to help her, and she just decided to leave him. You know.
So she came. So walk me through your emotions and how you was feeling the first time seeing your mom after that much time and she had a
It
stroke.
was it was joyful just because I knew, yeah, I mean, I knew that she couldn't, I mean, this possibility, that she couldn't have been here. You know what I mean? So I mean, I was happy, that's for sure. But
How did it go? Like, did she come to your house? How
it
did
was
y'all see?
emotional. But
Like,
I
what?
mean, I went over to her house, but it was emotional. But I mean, I was happy.
Okay, walk me. I'm trying. I'm trying to walk through the feelings that you had during this. So when you was inside the car going to your mom's house for the first time, what was you telling yourself in your head? Like, what was you saying to T Dog? Was you like, man, I'm
Yeah,
finna go?
I honestly can't remember. I'm sure a lot of it was just happiness, that she was still here and I was able to, actually have try and at least have a relationship with her.
Okay, cool. So you get over there, you walk in. What happens when you first get in?
Do what?
What happens when you first get in the house with seeing your mom after that longer
I
time?
gave her a big hug. I told her I love her. And that, I mean, it was pretty emotional moment. But yeah,
I know you had to let out some tears, T Dog. Ain't that wrong with it? I mean, that's a lot of
yeah.
stuff that happened, man. So how did the first conversation go after the hug? Was it a good conversation?
Honestly, it didn't. I mean, there wasn't much of a competition there. She just wasn't the same. I knew she wasn't the same. She never acted the same after the stroke. So there wasn't. She it just wasn't the same. 'Cause
So was she able to remember you? Was it she was able to?
Right. Yeah. A lot of the memory. Yeah. It really affected her memory. Between that and stuff that she can do. Physically.
Yeah, well, yeah. So what did the stroke all the way did it affect? Did it felt like the left side of the body, the right? I know sometimes strokes they.
I think it was more the left.
Mm, yeah, I know them strokes like ooh I done had to deal with so many of my family. Um, so it affected her memory as well. So did she still know that you was her son? Did she still recognize that?
Do what?
Did she still recognize that you was her son? Did she still know that though?
Yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You can. I mean, yeah. I mean, you could tell that there was, there's still signs of the stroke.
Mhm.
Between, I mean, everything, her memory and everything else. And a lot of it was short term memory. She would remember a lot of stuff. I think that was long term, but a lot of it was just short term memory.
Mm. Yeah, definitely. So what? Okay, so you went and seen her. Did you start making a regular effort to see her after that, or did y'all go back to how it was
Well,
as
I
far as her?
tried. I mean, I tried, but it was never the case. Yeah, I never really got to really do much. You know what I mean? Really didn't really ever get to have a real relationship with her.
Mm. Okay, so where was you at and what was happening when you heard about the second stroke? Like,
Well, I was at work, and honestly, it wasn't. That one wasn't as bad. She didn't. She may have went to a coma, but it wasn't near as bad or anything like that.
you said she went into a coma
Yeah, she did.
the second time.
I think so. Yeah, I can't remember if she did or not. Yeah, the second one knew. I just remember the first one a lot, just because you know
Yeah, by that second, you was more like, okay, I done dealt with this situation before.
Yeah,
It wasn't as alarming,
it's
I
a dream.
guess. Mhm. So I mean, did yeah, I'm guessing. Do the dream? What's up? So I'm guessing. During this moment, did you ask yourself like, did you what did like what I'm trying? I guess I'm trying to get your thoughts, your point of view, what you was thinking. At this moment, like she had a second stroke, like she.
I was always wishing that she would turn her life around. I was always wishing that she would do better for herself. I was always wishing that we would have a better relationship. So more of that. I mean, I was always wishing that she would turn her life around. Get some help.
Man, it amazed me dealing with a mom that was an addict. I remember I read a book before, y'all, and it said that this person said their mom had got what you call it, dementia, where she lost her memory, and
Right.
they had the best relationship then because she couldn't remember the stuff to say that she used to say that was like bad and try to ridicule you on stuff that you did before. So I mean, I guess the reason why I mentioned that book was to say, was she still like was she still like dealing with the drug stuff after the stroke, or was that? I mean, I guess that was away from her, right?
Yes, it was the drug that caused the stroke.
But after the stroke, it wasn't no drugs anymore. I'm guessing, right?
Um,
I guess you really
I
took.
think she was in. I think honestly, I do think she was still doing drugs a little bit. You can just tell, just the weight. She never gained weight. She was always skinny. You know,
Mm.
she was. I mean,
Mhm.
whenever she was gaining weight, you can tell that she wasn't on drugs. But if she was skinny, then she was more likely on drugs.
I know exactly what you mean. Um, so okay, the second stroke happened. Did you go see her after the second stroke? Did you
Yeah,
have like a
yeah.
meeting after
I
that?
mean, I honestly can't remember how long it was, but I did see her. Yeah, we had maybe a little bit of better relationship after that, but not much. It wasn't much better. No,
But it was a little better though. Y'all actually able to get a little
a
bit of.
little bit, yes.
Yeah. Would you say more communication better, or
Yeah,
how what
more
made it?
communication, more. Yeah, we talked a lot more. You know,
Mm.
like I love you and stuff like that. We would a little bit closer, I guess.
Yeah, the meaningful stuff. Yeah, I mean, everybody want to hear their mama say they love them, right? I'm proud of you. I think every man wants to hear that one time. Like, I love you. I'm proud of you. Um, but definitely. Okay, so the second stroke, y'all got a little bit closer. Was there a third stroke, or how? Like,
There,
how
there
does?
was not a third stroke, but I mean, unfortunately, she's not here today.
Oh,
she's not with us today. It was December 10 days before Christmas of 2021. I We found her in the floor. I mean, not responsible or anything. She was gone. I mean, she had diabetes also. She did struggle with diabetes at an older age, but I mean, what I honestly think happened was she had a reader, a diabetes reader, and it just wasn't working right, and she kept thinking, look, I need more, need more sugar or whatever, and she put herself in diabetic coma and just got tired and you know just never woke
that's
up.
exactly how it feels. Everybody that came in, I appreciate y'all. I'm not able to speak because right now we interviewing Tdawg. Um, yeah, we do love you, Tdawg. And this is Kicking It with Jesus every Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Man, this is right here. This is a touching spot right here.
Yeah, it
So,
is.
so I just couldn't imagine. So when y'all seen that and that happened, just walk us through a little bit of how you felt. Um,
Um, I felt that I always wanted. I mean, I knew but a couple of days before she was found on the floor again. I mean, by her home health care person, and she refused to get help. She refused to get help. She refused to. I mean, when we knew she wasn't the same, she wasn't really communicating with anybody like for a good couple of weeks before, so we knew everything wasn't right. So I honestly wish that she would have got help that day. A couple of days before. Maybe she would have. Actually been here today. But who knows? You know what I mean?
Definitely. Was there when she passed, was there any like, because I know for me personally, I had a few revelations on like what made me think, I guess just a little revelations on what I thought, my dad passed, like just finding out things and really being more of a man myself because I was able to rely on him so much. Was there any revelation or anything that sort of came to you, after the past and that made you like, think about something differently or something?
No, I mean, no, there was nothing that ever wanted me to think different.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Grow through. I guess that's a great term. Is there anything that taught you? I guess with the relationships y'all had, maybe for how you want to do things or how you do things already as a person. Is you know what I mean? Like, how has it affected Tdawg? Like, how has
The
it made you?
biggest thing it's taught me is life's too short. You never know. When anybody's time is gonna be. Life's too short. So don't take for granted. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, you realize like. It's amazing when you start like getting somebody life story and you see somebody loyalty and how great of a person that they is and stuff. Cause I've seen you, on the app and stuff and hearing your stories like, man, you got that. That's just it's all written on you. You're a loyal person. You're a person that want to be there for people. You're a person that is there to communicate. And I see you just making a big change from what you dealt with. And I'm proud of you on that end, being a
Thank you.
better person.
Appreciate that, bro.
Definitely. I do want to ask this one question though about the situation before I if I quit talking about it. At the funeral, was there any did you
We
did you
didn't do a
did you
funeral. Yeah, there was no funeral or anything. We just, I mean, yeah, there wasn't a funeral or anything.
so how do you feel? Do you feel like you got closure out of that situation for yourself? Do you feel like you got a feeling of
Um,
closure?
that's just what she wanted. That's always what she wanted. She always said she didn't want a funeral. So I mean, that's just always what she wanted. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Was you
doing
was you able to get your personal closure though in that situation? I know sometimes it's hard to
I would probably do it differently, but I mean,
you want to go with her wishes, definitely. Oh man, Tdawg, definitely, man. I really, really, really appreciate you being so transparent today, man.
probably.
Is there anything else you want to share with the people about, just about maybe even anything? It could be with parenting, because people, we all parents, and maybe something we don't see, maybe with relationships, anything you
The
want
biggest thing I want to tell you guys, if you guys are struggling with any kind of addiction or anything like that, get help. Find help because find help because it's it can ruin your life. You know what I mean? It can take your life. So just find help.
Well, okay, definitely. I appreciate you, brother. You said find help if anybody. Would you? I guess wherever the help is, really, right?
Yeah,
Definitely. That was last week's as well. She was saying, don't be afraid to get a therapist. Don't be
yeah. Don't
afraid.
be afraid. Yeah. Don't be afraid to get help.
What would you say the biggest thing in your life is that helped you be so strong through all of
The
this?
biggest thing in my life that helped get through it. This app. This app's been a big outlet for me. This app's been a huge help. Friends on this app. So I mean, this app's been a huge help.
Definitely,
They got
man.
me.
We always hit a negative, y'all. Nothing like the positive. I
Exactly.
appreciate you, Tdawg. You the
No
greatest of the
problem.
greatest. Oh man, thank you, brother. Anything else you want to tell about when you stream or what you got coming up, the
I
events?
I try to stream 3 4 days a week. Not every day or anything, but I mean, and got an auction tonight, so definitely come by for that. I go at yeah, I know my name says 7 but I go at 17. I'm don't want
You
to
being
make anybody
smart.
late, so
You being smart. I'll be
um
like 8:10. It'd be at 8:30. I'm like, y'all can sit with me
yeah.
for 20 minutes.
But if you want, I do a lot of events on the app. So if you want to know anything, want to know my events, just follow me on IG. A lot of it, I post a lot of them on there. So yeah, bro.
Definitely. Thank you so much, Tdawg. I'm
Problem, bro.
grateful forever.
Appreciate you, West.
All right, my brother.
Peace out, bro.
Give him his love, y'all. Give him his love. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much, my brother. Mm-mm-mm. Tdawg. That was great. That was great. That was great. Everybody that came in that I couldn't that I didn't get to address, I apologize. I appreciate y'all for coming. Um, I love to end my kicking it with Jesus with the Lord's Prayer. I feel like it's just such a great prayer. um, you hopping off. I'm not gonna stay on for long. I may stay on the 2 o'clock, but I'm not gonna stay on long. If y'all would please, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive our trespasses as we forgive those who have trespassed against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory, forever and ever. In Jesus' name. Amen. Oh man. Oh man. I needed that. I needed that. Tdawg. I mean, between Tdawg and church today, y'all, I feel like I got the best words ever today. Oh man. I'm forever grateful. Rich family. What's happening with you, Queen? What's popping? How you feeling? You was making some good food yesterday, when you, Rich family? I swear you was making some good food yesterday. On Sunday though, Pablo. On Sunday, y'all trolls should have some honor. Y'all should be like, I'm not gonna troll until 6:30 on Sunday. That's sad, man. I'm gonna ignore you anyway, Pablo. You gonna get tired of me anyway, but I'm just saying, golly. It's Monday. Oh, okay, you in a different. Hold on, where you at? Saudi Arabia? Oh, shoot, you know what? It might be Sunday where you at. You know what? Do your thing, Pablo. Ain't nobody finna stop you. Do your thing. Do your thing, Pablo. Say boy, 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 boy. Oh man, I didn't know. I didn't know Pablo Picasso. I didn't know. I got a couple people I can burst real quick. A couple of people. Who all still in here? Everybody done left me. Uh, 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 uh.
What's up?
I'm surprised you missed kicking it with Jesus. You the person that people that made me start it back.